Good evening, everybody. I wanted to talk about faith in works. I'm going to make this video as short as I possibly can. To me, it seems rather simple. I know there's a battle of faith and works, and is it faith and works, faith then works? I'm going to refer to a couple of scriptures, and you can go a lot further beyond that in the Bible. But I'm going to start with James, and I'm going to have to read some of it. So it's James 2:21 and 22. When it says, "Was not Abraham our father justified by works when he had offered Isaac his son upon the altar?" So he went up. After God had spoken to him, he went up and prepared his son for this. The next verse reads, "Seest thou how faith wrought with his works, and by works was faith made perfect." Now the word wrought means shaped. So really now it says, "Seest thou how faith shaped with his works, and by works was faith made perfect." So you see, faith comes first, faith with works. So Abraham had faith in God that this work of which he was going to do was the right thing, that's what he's supposed to do. Now, he didn't do the work in the hopes that he was right. He had faith that the work was the right thing. So in Hebrews 10:38, it says, "Now the just shall live by faith. But if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him." Now, again, we talk about faith. It's another version of faith. Now, this is, to me, kind of goes with that whole once saved, always saved, and so forth. You can lose your salvation. Not by man, not by the devil. They can't take you out once you've gotten salvation. It's you that plucks you out of his hand. You take yourself out. So you can do things that cause you to lose salvation. Doesn't mean you can never be forgiven again. Doesn't mean you can't get back on the right track and get forgiveness. Now, we can't be doing this every Sunday. Well, it's Sunday, I need some forgiveness, I apologize. You can't keep doing that over and over again, because that becomes willfully sinning. So we can't get ourselves wrapped up into that. Hebrews 11:6. "But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to God must believe it that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him." So again, we talk a lot about faith. It's faith. Faith is the strong part. Works is a beautiful thing, but works by itself doesn't work. We'll play there. But works by itself doesn't work. Faith alone without doing the other things, doing the works, doesn't work 100% either. So it's faith with works. That's how I read it. That's how I think the Bible says it. To me, it's pretty simple and plain. But what happens is we get wrapped up in all of the academia trying to run you in circles. Now, some people who are a little bit older, my age and higher, will remember the whole circular logic idea of when you call the phone company, they just talk around you when you're going to get there, and you get so dizzy and so confused, and you're like, wait, did he say he's coming between 9 and 1, 1 and 5? I'm so confused, I'm not so sure. But that's what happens, is they take what is very simple and kind of twist it and add their own and take out a few. It's terrible when they do that. So again, to me, it's faith. It's faith with works. It's just that simple. So stop getting yourself bogged down. I'm gonna work my way to heaven. I'm doing all these works. I'm doing great things to get to heaven. I am helping people every day. Well, that's awesome. Keep doing it. Keep helping anyone you can. Just, you give a ride to someone who needs a ride. Anything you have to do, it's a beautiful thing. But that's not how we get there. That's not how we get to heaven. That's not how it works. Again, works. Faith, and faith alone. You can't just have faith in God. I have faith in God that he's going to pay my bills this month. It doesn't quite work that way either. So faith and works. Seriously, it's just that simple. Don't make it more complicated. The Lord did not make this complicated. Man made it complicated by their interpretations. And people say, oh, many interpretations. No, they purposely made certain interpretations to twist it. I appreciate your time. God bless and have a beautiful evening.